Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the September regular meeting of your Board of Trustees. To honor our nation's heroes and especially to honor the men and women in uniform who serve and protect our community, please rise and join with us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk Fitzgerald, may we have the roll call, please?
Certainly, Madam President. Trustee Hansen?
Here.
Trustee Timmick is absent. Trustee Allen?
Here.
Trustee Rudolph?
Here.
Trustee Sifferman is absent. Trustee Tyrrell?
Here.
Thank you. Having read the agenda, does any trustee have any additions or deletions to tonight's agenda?
I do, President Gallagher.
Thank you.
Looking at the agenda, I've been informed that agenda item number 6, which refers to an automatic CPR device, that the amount that's stated in the agenda that we're purchasing the device for is $8,000. I'd be seeking to delete that $8,000 and insert it with the proper amount, which is $14,018.38. This was discussed, this correct amount was discussed both in the workshop and the committee with the correct amount.
Thank you. Yes, I think that's fine since we did discuss the correct amount at our workshop meeting last time, unless there's any objections. Okay. Thank you, Trustee Tyrrell. We now come to that portion of the meeting where we open it up to the public. If anyone would like to address the board this evening, please come forward now. Hearing none, we'll move right on to our omnibus vote. The Illinois state statutes allow a municipality to collectively vote on a group of ordinances, resolutions, and other motions, such as awards of contract, appointments, etc. This is known as an omnibus vote. All the items contained on the omnibus vote list have been previously discussed by the President and Board of Trustees on at least one occasion and often on several occasions. By placing them on the omnibus vote list, a single vote may be taken to approve them. A trustee may remove any item from the list and have it discussed and voted on separately prior to the omnibus vote. Is there any such request? Hearing none, today, Trustee Tyrrell, it falls to you.
Thank you, President Gallagher. President Gallagher, I would move that the following ordinances, resolutions, and motions as contained on the meeting agenda for September 24th, 2018 be adopted and or approved under an omnibus vote. Agenda item number 1, approval of minutes of the meetings of the July 23rd, August 20th, and September 10th, 2018 as read. Agenda item number 2, ordinance 18-2933, approving and authorizing the execution of 5 loan agreements to be entered into with the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency relative to IEPA loan project LT number L175495, IEPA loan project LT number L175496, IEPA loan project LT number L175565, IEPA loan project LT number L175566, and IEPA loan project LT number L175567 from the State Water Revolving Fund, SRF, for the completion of certain waterworks system projects for the Village of Western Springs. Agenda item number 3, ordinance 18-2934, approving a conditional use permit for the installation and operation of an early childhood education center at the 4300 Howard Avenue property. Agenda item number 4, resolution 18-2451, authorizing and approving the execution of a professional services agreement between the Village of Western Springs and Baxter & Woodman, Inc., in regard to the preparation of amended well number 5 transmission main design documents, preliminary and final design, for connections on both ends of transmission main and related construction bidding and project specification documents and construction contract documents. Agenda item number 5, resolution 18-245, 2, authorizing and approving the execution of a professional services agreement between the Village of Western Springs and James J. Bennis and Associates, Inc. for design engineering services for the 2018 electric vehicle EV and charging and canopy improvements Phase 2 of the West Suburban Mass Transit District Grant Project Agenda item number 6, motion to approve the purchase of one automatic CPR device from Physio Control, Inc. of Redmond, Washington, in the amount of $14,018.38. And agenda item number 7, motion to approve the following reappointments. A, reappointment of Mitch Johnson as a member of the Board of Zoning Appeals for a 5-year term to expire in December 2022. B, reappointment of Robert Baker as Chair of the Economic Development Commission for a 3-year term to expire in December of 2020. C, reappointment of Doug DeRock as a member of the Economic Development Commission for a 3-year term to expire in December 2021. And D, reappointment of Al Fink as Chairman of the Recreation Commission for a 3-year term to expire in July 2021.
Thank you, Trustee Terrell. Is there a second to the motion?
I will second.
Any discussion? Clerk Fitzgerald, may we have the roll call vote?
Certainly, Madam President. Trustee Hansen?
Aye.
Trustee Timmick is absent. Trustee Allen?
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph?
Aye.
Trustee Sipperman is absent. Trustee Tyrrell?
Aye.
And President Gallagher.
Aye. That motion passes. Move on to other business. Any other business this evening? Nope. Then we'll move to Trustee Rudolph's financial report.
Thank you, President Gallagher. In your packets, you have the July and August financial reports and a few highlights. An update on revenues, specifically related to the general fund. Our August sales tax received is just slightly lower over last year at the same period, but the overall sales tax receipts for the year are a positive 8.81% over 2017. Building permits continue to be at approximately 4% greater than budget. Our fines have exceeded the budgeted projection and haven't, at this point, are 84% to plan for the year. And expenditures are all on target. Water consumption next. The billed amount for the 8 months that we're tracking were very similar to 2017. And again, expenditures are on track. And finally, with the police pension, that did see a 1.62% increase in August and then a 12-month return of 10.61%. And with that, I'll make a motion to approve the July and August financial reports.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
A discussion?
And a question, law enforcement in the general fund was up about $318,000 relative to budget. What's the driver on that?
The way the property tax operates is that when the property tax is received, then it's transferred to the police pension fund. So that's an expense that runs through that fund. That's why it's higher.
In the law enforcement expense in the general fund, police pension runs through that?
Yeah, we receive the money and then we transfer the money out. So it's a wash.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. So you
Property taxes are received for the
twice a year, right?
For the police pension fund.
Right.
They're received in the general fund, and in order to get them to the police pension fund, they're expensed out of the law enforcement department and moved into the police pension fund.
Oh, so the transfer is happening, and then once the property tax
Yes.
comes in, it'll true it back up?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Now I get it. Thank you.
It's a flow-through, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. May we have the vote, please?
Certainly, Madam President. Trustee Hansen?
Aye.
Trustee Timmick is absent. Trustee Allen?
Aye.
Trustee Rudolph?
Aye.
Trustee Sipperman's absent. Trustee Tyrrell?
Aye.
Thank you.
Just one other item. We'd like to call for a bowling meeting on October 8th at 6:59 p.m.
Fine. We'll put that on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that concludes.
That concludes my report.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
President Gallagher.
Thank you. Moving on to my report, Trustee Hansen and I attended the Illinois Municipal League Conference this past week. This is an annual conference where presenters across many fields of expertise come to discuss issues that are relevant to both administrators and elected officials across the state. So this conference was very well attended. Trustee Hansen and I attended presentations on a wide range of topics, including policy updates from IDOT, energy efficiency programs and incentives, and our own Mike Jerusik presented on TIF tips and used the Village of Western Springs as an example of a successful TIF. Trustee Hansen, did you want to add anything regarding the conference? Or?
No, I enjoyed it, and I would encourage trustees next year, if you're able to attend, you learn a lot. And I went to different sessions in President Gallagher to kind of multiply or whatever, divide and conquer. So I attended 3 interesting sessions myself.
And I brought the schedule. I thought I'd pass it around so you could see the topics and see if it's something that you might be interested in next year. Just a reminder, on October 4th, the West Suburban Chamber of Commerce is having their annual Talk of the Towns at Via Bella, I believe beginning at 7 p.m. Oh, 5 p.m. Thank you, Marty. So this is an opportunity for trustees and business members to get together in an informal setting and hear what's going on in neighboring towns. Trustee Timmick and I will be attending, and I encourage all of you to attend as well if you're available. And finally, you received an email earlier this week from Village Manager Velkme regarding a meeting that we had last Tuesday. That meeting originally was scheduled to be held just with Congressman Lipinski and Manager Velkme and myself regarding the pedestrian underpass. However, the week prior, we learned some information from Peter Scozzi, the BNSF outreach liaison, regarding the Shoofly portion of the Toll State expansion. In his information, it seemed that Western Springs was bearing the brunt of the construction and the burden associated with the construction of the Shoofly. So we expanded the meeting both in scope and numbers to include all of our representatives. We were encouraged that almost all of the state representatives attended, as well as Congressman Lipinski, and they all expressed support for Western Springs regarding the Shoofly and its future use. They also expressed support on the construction of the pedestrian underpass to create a top-down type of construction similar to what we have on the east side of town, as opposed to a tube-like tunnel, which is what BNSF was proposing. So the meeting was very productive, I felt, and again, we had a lot of support from our state and federal reps, and we will be meeting again in 3 to 4 weeks to see progress and kind of suss out these issues a little bit more. And does anyone have any questions on that?
Were there any specific recommended changes or requests regarding the Shoofly that came out of that?
From us? You mean? Well, yes. We want to share the burden with our neighbors to the west, as opposed to take on the entire burden. So it still is in the early stages. We're not quite sure what that is going to look like, but we are on top of it, and as we move forward.
So, and just to clarify, this is after the Shoofly temporary bridge goes away, this sort of a concept of having like a maintenance rail line.
Right.
And we were told that that would be sort of equally
right
on each sides of the divide, median of the tollway?
That's what we were told a year ago.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm. And so we want to hold them to that.
Got it.
And it'd be permanent?
The maintenance track will be permanent. That maintenance track, it doesn't come all the way into either town, but it does extend about 250 feet both to the east and to the west, equally. from
So
the center of the
it
toll.
would extend into Spring Rock Park?
It will. Still to the very west portion of Spring Rock, but it will extend into Spring Rock Park. It will extend into Veek Park as well.
And have you gotten to the level yet of talking how that would operate in terms of how much equipment would be there, security, other types of impacts, like any kind of covenants or anything like that, ownership of that area, or is that too level of details coming, like, to come in the future?
Well, I think that's what we want to clarify with them and button down.
Okay.
Part of what we wanted.
Some of it they weren't ready to commit on. Some of the information I think frankly they don't have yet, but
Right.
that's something we put out in front of them and said we want answers to all of these questions.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes my report. Deputy Village Manager Kenny, do you have a
I
report?
have no report.
Thank you.
Pat, you're not going to get off that easy. Just one do we have that budget meeting at 6 on October 9th?
Yes, 8th, right? 8th is the Monday?
Is 8th the Monday?
I believe so.
And so that'll be before the meeting and before the BOLI?
It's strategic planning, not a budget.
I was gonna say, what budget?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's a strategic plan meeting.
I'm sorry, I called it the budget strategic plan to clarify.
Mhm.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
What group, is that for all of us?
All of us.
All of us.
I can
That's
never
at
eat.
6 PM. Thank you for bringing that up. 6 PM on October 8th. I'm sure an
We
email
talked-
will go out.
Yeah, we
again.
talked about it.
Right.
Yeah, just-
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us. Yeah. So we will have that at 6, we'll have the BOLI at 6:59, and the workshop meeting at 7. Okay, Attorney Jerusik, any?
No report tonight.
Okay, thank you. In that case, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ladies and gentlemen, we stand adjourned. Thank you very much.